Music, music and more music. From big band to the Velvet Underground. Coming up in this hour. Aha! Take on me. Coming up, we're going to be talking to Debbie Curtis about her big band, because it's something that reflects on from her family, and she is actually coming to town. More about that very shortly.
Northamptonshire.
Dancing in the street. How would you fancy dancing to a big band and letting it all go? Because there's nothing quite like the sound of a big band. And although it's a nice, quiet Sunday morning, we'd like to have some action. Let's find out what's happening, because Debbie Curtis is going to be coming to town soon. Good morning, Debbie.
Good morning.
Now then, just tell us a little bit about the band history, Debbie, because this band has been going a long time, hasn't it? The Debbie Curtis Big Band.
Yes, yep, Debbie Curtis Radio Big Band. It was originally my dad's, who actually used to gig in Northampton. We did Spinney Hill School there.
Wow.
We're hoping to do that again.
Yeah.
Basically, he started it in 1972.
Uh-huh.
And then I took it over. Well, I took it over quite a few years ago, but revamped it recently.
Yeah.
So I got in, sort of changed it, tried to not exactly modernise it, but put some dancers in. Some of the original band obviously were dying out, like some of my audience.
Oh.
Trying to get it to sort of younger people, really.
Yeah. Now you sing yourself, though, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah. Are you main vocalist with the band?
Yes, and John Miller, Glenn Miller's nephew.
Wow.
He's on there. I'll be wheeling him on soon.
Oh.
He's great. He's absolutely brilliant. He's really good.
I bet you have an absolute hoot, don't you, all together? And because how many piece are you?
17-piece band.
17.
Which is absolutely really good fun. And because I arrange big band music, it's just a brilliant sound, absolutely brilliant sound.
When you do an arrangement, how long does it take you to kind of get it? And how do you start? Because different arrangers work in different ways. I'm just interested how you do it.
Normally start with the piano.
Yeah.
And sort of build it up from there. Saxes, because they're slightly different sort of chord-based. And then really, depending on the song it is I'm arranging. If it's one of my own, it's easy any old how. If it's a copy off of a record, then really bit by bit. I usually start with the piano and take it from piano chords and build it up from there, really.
How many songs have you written?
Probably about 30.
Have you?
Yeah, big band-wise, they take quite a while
Yeah.
to do. I mean, my dad used to be able to write it like handwriting.
Yeah.
It's getting quicker and quicker, really.
Yeah. When you play, one of your songs to the rest of the band and say, right, this is what I want of that, are they supportive of what you're doing, or do they say, well, I don't know, maybe that bit should go like this?
They're brilliant.
Are they?
Absolutely brilliant. Yeah, we've just got a new version. Well, it was a song my dad started of Jericho, which was a Heath one.
Yeah.
And I finished that off, which was quite nice, because my dad had, it was done actually for sort of like a 14-piece at the time,
Yeah.
and I've moved it up to a 17-piece.
Wow.
So that should be a nice one. We're going to try that out in the next show.
Yeah.
Yeah, September the 23rd.
So is it okay? Yeah, September the 23rd at Her Majesty's.
Yep.
In London.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, that's a nice one.
I bet it is.
We did the Palladium on July the 1st, and
Yeah.
we got a standing ovation there. We did have dancing in the aisles, which obviously these days with health and safety is a no-no.
Oh, is it? It's mad, isn't it?
Yeah, totally. And it's such a shame, because, sort of people have managed to do that sort of thing for years without, falling over and killing themselves, so there's no reason why.
I mean, it makes me, it makes me wonder, like if you do, because obviously you do dances and stuff like that anyway,
Yeah.
don't you? Whether anybody doing a jitterbug or anything, whether somebody, I'm sorry, you can't jitterbug in here, it's not
We
allowed.
can't do that, may have a heart attack on stage, sorry.
That's scary, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because dancing is one of those things. And you've got the Jive Aces with you as well.
Yes, they're absolutely brilliant. Really.
I know, I've seen them. They were on at the Children in Need concert last November. And they're lively, aren't they?
They're really lively, and they're just brilliant fun. If you've never seen them before, their stage show is absolutely excellent.
I like their
We've got sort of
outfits.
a few surprises we're using with that as well, which is quite
Have
nice.
you? Gosh.
We were with them yesterday, actually. We went to a show of theirs yesterday, and we did also Goodwood. We were around promoting things.
Yeah?
So that was quite a heavy-duty day.
I bet it was as well. I mean, you do really well with your gigs and everything, don't you? Because with a big band, that's a lot of 17 people. That's a lot of takeaway.
Yeah, logistics-wise, it's a heck of a lot of people to put out.
Yeah.
It's getting better, because it's getting a more... it's becoming slightly more fashionable than it has been, and I'm not getting so many people coming up to me now saying, my parents would love that, which is not the idea. It should be your parents and you yourself should like it.
Yeah, because, music is music, and this is one of the things, we're never going to have enough time to hear every note written, are we?
No.
So if you love something, just because, you see, fashion, I mean, I hate the term old-fashioned, because I don't think it ever is. It's taste, really.
Yeah, it is.
That's where it goes from. And, I mean, lots of people have themed weddings these days. I remember having a bridal week, and they were having a 40s wedding, and, they had a swing band in and everything, and they all dressed up, and the guests dressed up, and they said it was just the best thing. They sent me some photos.
Oh, some of the outfits are amazing.
Yeah.
And we've got we have some reenactors on there, so we've got sort of a 1940s policeman, a spiv character.
Wow.
And we use, explaining that they used to sort of sell, all authentic back market goods, during the war, and that works really, really well. And just sort of we use a couple of things that are in relation to the 40s, like
Sure.
Kit Kat wrappers were blue then, not red due to milk rationing,
Oh, wow.
which is sort of try to use the interesting side of it. Not that the war isn't interesting, but to try and appeal to young people as well as old. Try and find a few fun things in there.
The positive
but
side.
The reenactors are hilarious. We had this 1940s policeman. We were wandering around doing a promotional day, and we kept getting people coming up to him asking him for directions. And he's carrying a gas mask.
How fantastic, it's just great. But it's the detail as well that you put into everything, I think, that helps you win, doesn't it?
Yes, and really 100% belief in what you're doing. I really do love big band music. It's a massive sound, and it's as large a sound as electric guitars, but until you actually go and see a big band, you don't necessarily realise that.
Oh, it's fabulous, and also the contrast that you get as well, and the control of the players, because when you've got a lot of blowers there, they really do, the breath control is absolutely fantastic.
It's amazing.
Yeah, amazing.
And it's lovely standing in front of it, driving it is absolutely brilliant,
I can imagine.
It's the best job out there, really.
I know. I always think that, sometimes, somebody driving it, like we see the Glenn Miller story film.
Yeah.
And he was so cool, wasn't he?
Yeah.
And it was sort of just turn around and look over his shoulder, and it was just magical.
Yeah.
Do you do a bit of that, or do you go wild?
I do, yes. I do sort of go quite mad. I drive it quite hard, because I think a lot of the personality comes out in the playing. Of the people, but at the same time I want everybody in the band's personality in it.
Yeah.
Although I do have a strict side, sort of along the Heath veins, because I do like the Ted Heath band, as far as I think it's just lovely music,
Yeah.
Autumn Leaves and things, really nice songs. But yeah, it's just trying to make it lively, so it is exciting, not just people playing music.
Yeah.
Which is, that seems to be working. It's a bit livelier than a lot of bands.
All right, then, so anybody fancying a night out, September the 23rd, Her Majesty's Theatre in London. How fantastic.
Yes, it's a good one.
Debbie Curtis, Radio Big Band. Where can people find out more about you and your band?
We've got a website, which is www.debbiecurtis.co.uk, which basically you can hear snippets of the tracks. You can see the band on there. You see the jive aces on there as well. And pictures of our day with the bus, which was lent to us from the Mayflower. We took a 1952 bus around London promoting it.
Fantastic.
Which was quite interesting. It was a bit like a big version of doing the Blues Brothers with the music blaring out, which worked quite well. And I was going to say, if nobody has a home for the kitten, can I take it on?
I know, I was thinking about that. Well, we'll find out. I'm sure that, you can become the mascot.
Yes, I've got cats, dogs, chickens.
Have you?
Yes.
Oh,
most of them.
Oh, wow.
I've actually got a rescued greyhound, funny enough.
Have you?
Yeah.
Wow. That's one of the things, isn't it? I mean, musicians, you're a light, soft lot, really.
Yeah, totally. It's a completely weird bunch, but great,
I know, most people I know, like myself, it's like, if there's anything, you've got a long day coming up, it's like, well, can you go around and make sure the dog's all right?
Yeah, but have you put people in looking after the house, friends of mine, because all the animals,
Yeah.
Which is...
It's one of the things, though, isn't it? Because you get a lot of inspiration, and it's unconditional love.
It is, yeah, and they're absolutely lovely animals, absolutely lovely.
Oh, bless.
I've got 3 dogs,
have you?
6 cats.
What dogs have you got?
I've got a greyhound, and that was actually, he was pulled out of racing because he pulled a tendon, and I don't particularly like the way they're treated, in greyhound racing. So I took him on, and that was actually through a local pub.
Yeah.
And he's lovely, Harley, he's a complete wimp.
Harley, what a great name.
Yeah, and it was for Harlequin.
Yeah.
And then I've got a sort of Cairn Cross. That was my mother's dog, actually, before she died.
Yeah.
And I've also got a Jack Russell. We call him Fat Git.
Well, Stanley Dog is Jack Russell Spaniel, and he's kind of like... He likes to be everywhere, and he gets, because I've got a camper which had to be rescued in last Tuesday night, and so it's kind of like, when he saw everything coming in, he sort of went out and thought, "Oh, where's the camper?" And I said to him, "Are we going to go camping this afternoon?" Because he loves to go. Yeah. And he's like, and he's looking at the stuff, so to say, "But you've got no camper, I don't know whether he'll be as comfortable in the tent." Because like the Jack Russell in him is a bit of divan. I think the Jack Russells should be called Jack Divan Russells.
Yes, a certain amount of attitude to them, haven't they?
Yeah, absolutely. Debbie, it's great talking to you.
And you, thank you very much for having me on there.
And I'm sure it's going to be a fantastic show on the 23rd, and all the other ones that you've got coming up, and your music diary. That you can find all your details on debbiecurtis.co.uk. Yep. You sound like a lady not to be missed. You hang around in pubs, pick up animals, and
pubs, animals, and music.
And you're in a band. Yeah. And you I think we need to have a bottle of wine one afternoon.
Yeah, we should do that, definitely.
All right, Debbie. Have we got a favourite kind of Miller song?
Probably Tuxedo Junction. I just love the trombone section on it.
Oh yeah, so do I as well. And tuxedos, aren't they? They're so sexy on men.
Yeah. I keep the band all in those. I think
do you?
Really good. Yeah.
That's the thing, isn't it? You sort of give them an inspection of what they're wearing.
Yes, yeah, and every now and again I have to train them up with the old handcuffs. You know how it is.
Oh gosh, okay, Debbie, you're a woman of immense character, and I think you're going to have a fantastic show.
Thank you very much.
And we look forward to seeing you, not only in London but also Northampton in the near future.
If you want a couple of tickets to give away on the radio.
Oh, we can't, sadly, at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah, we can't do any competitions or anything.
I realise.
As much as we'd love to, but it's just one of those things. But
okay, well, I'll send you a couple of tickets anyway.
Oh, crikey, I don't think I can make it. I can't take things like that, but I'd love to. Maybe if I can check my diary and find it, then, or find a way to you at some point, I will. But I can't take anything like that.
Okay.
But thank you for the offer.
Okay.
We'll have a pint instead.
Yep, that sounds good.
Of wine. See you later, Debbie.
And you, take care.
Bye.
Thanks very much. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. 23rd of September, that is when Debbie Curtis' band is out and about there at Her Majesty's Theatre and Tuxedo Junction by the wonderful Glenn Miller. I was at Rock and Blues Festival and a rock festival the weekend before that. I wonder if there's ever kind of like a big band festival where you kind of like have marquees and stuff. Wouldn't that be cool? That'd be a really good one to go to. Debbie Curtis' office just sent me an email to say, yeah, there is a big band festival. There is one that's bank holiday course at Twinwood Airfield in Bedfordshire. Yeah, they were there last weekend, but I wonder if there's any other ones around. And where does the magic come from in the beginning? And we go way, way back.